Hi and welcome back to Girl Talk. We're having such a good time. We're here at the Great Dane East Side, which is a new place for us to be here for Girl Talk. I've been here before. It's a lovely place. There's tons going on. I want to introduce Tara Lobriglio. Did I do well with the last name?
You did.
All
Very
right.
good.
All right. Tara, thank you for being with us today and having us here.
Thanks
You're
for
hosting
having
us
me.
and we appreciate it very much. There's so much to talk about this location, what you offer, and all the lovely food in front of us and how people could get their hands on that. So. The Great Dane as an institution is very iconic in Madison, started downtown and has kind of spread its wings in different neighborhoods. This is our first time being here. Maybe people don't know much about what's happening here. Tell us about the history and what people can expect.
Sure. I do hear that a lot. I like to hear that. We're kind of like a little hidden gem over here on the east side. So we opened here in November of 2010. And there had been a couple other restaurants in this location, but people from the neighborhood actually really petitioned the Great Dane and said, you know, we'd love to have our own little Great Dane on this side of town. So that was really exciting, and people were so thrilled when we came over here.
Wow, that speaks to the neighborhood. I didn't realize they sought you out. That is very cool.
Give the people what they want.
That's right.
Exactly, exactly.
I already have noticed some things that are unique about this one versus the others, but you tell me what I might not be seeing.
Sure. Like I said, this is kind of a neighborhood Great Dane. Physically, we're a little bit smaller than the other Great Danes, so it makes it feel a little bit more intimate already here. There is no space for us to actually have a working brewery at this location, so we do get our beers brought in from the other Great Danes, so we always have 10 Great Dane beers on tap. So we have all of the other features that the Great Danes have. But it's just kind of a smaller, more intimate environment. We also have this really great view. This is the only place in Madison that I understand that you can see the Capitol and both lakes at the same time.
Oh.
So a lot of people like to come here to see fireworks and, you know, just enjoy the view. People will come across town just to be able to show it off to people from out of town too.
I was going to say that's my favorite thing about this Great Dane, and I've often come to specifically eat upstairs, so you can have that view, and there's lots of space that you can overlook the lakes and the Capitol. But you've been associated with the Great Dane for a long time, so you have, I'm sure, lots of favorite stories about the company and sort of the history and things. But what's your favorite thing about this location? Can you pick one?
It is hard to narrow down, but one of my favorite things about this location is, like I said, the building itself is a little bit smaller, so it already feels a little bit more intimate. But because we're a little bit off the beaten path as well, you really see the neighborhood come alive here. We've sort of come a sort of gathering place for the people in this neighborhood as it grows. So it's really nice to come here and see people all waving at each other and stopping at each other's tables to say hello, and the kids running around and seeing their friends. The regulars at this location are generally people that live in this neighborhood, and then the neighborhood are our regulars too. So I really like the kind of community feel that this particular location has.
The neighborhood cheers.
I was
Everyone
just-
knows your
yes,
name.
I was going to ask, is anyone else thinking cheers? I sure am.
And I mean, there's a little bit of a loss of the neighborhood diner or pub or things that like used to be more common, and so it's nice that this is recreating that, and not only for folks to just come in kind of on their own in small groups, but from what I understand, and I just have to know, I can't ignore this any longer, we have all these beautiful platters of food in front of us, which I believe is an offering for larger parties and things. Can you tell us a little bit about some details there?
Sure. That is another unique thing that we have at the east side. So we have a designated large party room that when we took over this building, it was office space.
Oh, okay.
And so we were able to build it with larger parties in mind. So we have a lot of good options for corporate events and meetings, and I do a lot of rehearsal dinners on this side of town. And the room itself is very flexible, so it has a dividing wall, so you can open it up and seat up to 85, 90 people for a sit-down dinner. And so space-wise, that's something that the other Great Danes don't have the space to do.
That is really interesting. First, you surprised me when you said that it's actually smaller than the others, because when I walked in, I was like, this thing's bigger than I thought. And it's interesting that you're the smaller one, and yet you're able to host these bigger events.
Yes, it was a demand that people kept asking for, and in other locations we didn't necessarily. We do have private parties in all of the other locations as well, but size-wise we were really able to think about larger corporate events. We integrated an AV system and a projector so that people don't have to bring in that equipment. And then we also offer specialty items that are more conducive to larger parties. So platters, we update our large party menus all the time so that the plated dinner offerings are in keeping with our regular dining experience.
And in this case, it's more like the finger food kind of thing?
Yes, we do offer quite a few appetizer platters for larger groups, as well as the sit-down plated meals.
Larger groups are just for hungry Girl Talk
Yes.
hosts, whichever.
This is totally suitable for us. This is perfect. This is breakfast. I like that there is an availability for, changing the space to large parties, or like you said, putting in a wall. Then there's also a very small space that I had the thrill to be involved with a children's birthday party there. So just so you know, families out there that have littles, you can come. Princess Belle was here, and it was a very big deal. The AV system is used, and they played Beauty and the Beast up on the projector, and the little girls were thrilled. So,
I really love that part about my job, because often I will see the same people from their engagement dinner to their bridal shower to their rehearsal dinner for their wedding, and then they'll bring their kids here to celebrate special events too. So that's one of my favorite things about this job in particular.
We should say Tara, excuse me, is the events coordinator. There you go. We only just have a little bit of time left. Is there a special event you want to give a plug to?
I would say just keep a good eye on our Facebook website. We do kid discos in the wintertime. We do a lot of things that are very neighborhood friendly, kid friendly. We have great patios for seating during the summertime. So there's a lot of fun things going on at the Eastside location.
I don't know a kid that wouldn't love a good kid disco.
It's a lot of fun. I've been to it before. It's a great time in the winter. So many things to do here at the Great Dane Eastside. Tara, thank you so much for joining us today.
Welcome. Thank you.
Come here, give them a call, plan big parties, small parties, everything in between.
Don't forget to invite your Girl Talk hosts.
Oh, that's right. That's required, actually. And come and enjoy their wonderful food, anything from snack food to plated dinners at any event that you need here at the Great Dane Eastside. Thank you so much for joining us for Girl Talk, and don't forget to join us next time here on Girl Talk on Wisconsin's 57 television.